In this video, I'll be telling us how I was able to navigate my life in the UK test, what I did, everything I did to help me pass my exam at one trial and one sitting. Life in the UK is one of the criteria that is required by the British to ensure you understand the UK values and the UK history. I didn't know I was going to pass, to be honest, because I'm someone who's really scared about history, geography. I don't like it. But I passed. So some of the tips my husband gave me and also the tips I found myself, I'm going to share everything. The first thing I did was I went to the Life in the UK website, www.lifeintheUKtest.gov.uk. I went there, I wrote for the exam, picked my date, picked my location, filled out everything and got my date booked. I paid £50 for the Life in the UK test. It doesn't cost much, and that's what I paid. Please note, you can take this exam anytime you want. You can take it a year or 2 years before you apply for your ILR or apply for a British citizenship. Ensure to keep your reference ID very well. You don't want to look for it. However, even if you do look for it, you can still log on to the website with your details and you see it in the results section. So the first tip is getting the Life in the UK book. I didn't buy it because the fact that I'm struggling with history and telling me to come and start reading history, it was hard for me. However, there are people who are good with history. So if you're good with history and you love geography, and you can get the book and study it. So that's tip one. The second tip is using the website, which is in the description box. The link will take you to a page where you see the exams and the tests. So what I did was I was studying the exams, and I studied each test and exam, to be honest, not more than 10 times each one, and there are quite lots. My husband's tip in this second tip, he said to me, babe, I know you can do it. All you need to do is just study it, fail, that's no problem. This is not your exam. Just study it like 2 to 3 times and you see it registering in your subconscious mind, and that was it. So I studied the first time, I was getting like 3/24. I was getting like 5/24. I felt so downcast, but he said to me, keep going. The second trial increased to 6 to 7. Then before you know it, I started getting 10/24. Then by 4th, 5th trial, I was getting half. Okay, that will lead me to my third tip, which is flagging or starring the ones you fail. So if you notice that you're failing, that these particular questions you're failing, it's fine to fail. All you need to do is to just flag it or star it, so that when you're just doing something or not doing anything really, you can just go back to the ones you flagged or starred, and when you're reading them, it will be registering your subconscious mind. Okay, so while you are reading this, please make sure you read to understand, because sometimes they twist the question. So if you go cram these questions and you do not understand it, you're likely going to fail. So make sure you read the answers to understand it, so that if they twist the question, you'll be able to answer. The fourth tip is for those that don't like reading. So if you like listening or you like watching videos, there are some videos on YouTube from Life in the UK you can watch, or some people who teach this, or you can listen to Life in the UK from Spotify. I remember that I was listening to Life in the UK in Spotify if I was driving to work, so you can do that. I did anything I could do to make this pattern once and for all. So yes, you can listen, you can watch videos. Okay, the last tip was I joined online group. I'm going to show you the group I joined. It made me see people go to this exam and comment to say, oh guys, I've passed, questions came from so, questions came from so. People were like, oh, read up about this, read up about that. So I was in those groups every day. I was going in and I was reading up and seeing people being positive and passing. So out of 20 people passing, maybe you see one person failing, which I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna be among those that are gonna pass. So yes, joining online group helps, and also you could see people sharing materials that could help you. So whichever materials they share, just try to just grab it, and try to encourage and try to engage, ask questions if needed. Now, on the day of the exam, you're expected to arrive early. Don't go late, okay? Because each allocated time, you're expected to be there. You're expected to have been searched. These people take their security very serious. So arrive at least 30 minutes on time so you get searched and ensure that you have been passed. Then when you're going in there, what to see is you're going to see a computer. That's what you're going to use. You're expected to answer 24 questions and you have to pass at least 18. That's to make you a pass. Okay, once you go there, you start your exam. You'll be told what to do. You start your exam, you're given a mock questions, after having the mock questions, just to show you how the exam looks like. Then it now takes you to the main question. Exam time is 45 minutes. I finished mine before 15 minutes. I know a lot of people do finish 10 minutes, but I'm someone who reads. I want to, double check to make sure there's no error or mistake noted. Then after the exam, the next thing is the results. So when you come out, you're just expected to leave. But before you get home, you should be able to get an email congratulating you if you've passed with a reference ID. There is no certificate for life in the UK. So you just get a reference ID that you will use when you're applying for your ILR or your British citizenship. Okay, so if you've watched to this place, these are the things I did, and if you just follow the tips of what I've given, you tend to see that you're going to pass this exam. And when you do pass your exam, please do share in the comment section. I wish you the best of luck as you prepare for your exam. And lastly, please do like, follow, share, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.